Here with Washington State women's basketball head coach Kamie Ethridge. Coach, your team was handed a 65-54 loss to Colorado here at Beasley Coliseum this afternoon. Just opening comments, and we'll open the floor for questions.
Just disappointed in our effort. I just felt it from the very beginning of the game. Felt like we were playing in mud. It's always the concern about coming back after a hard fought and probably feeling like you did some good things against a team like Utah and having a young team and sometimes not with all the leadership that we need, just not in the places that we needed, that we just don't reproduce that kind of energy that we had on Friday night. And this is what you get, a sluggish performance, an undisciplined performance. We got beat by a more disciplined team and certainly a more physical team. And that played out in our decision making, and that played out in the rebounding numbers, and those two things, the turnover margins and the extra attempts at second chance. I mean, that was just a team that was willing to do the work and a team that wasn't.
You mentioned the rebound margin there. They were plus 14 on the boards, led to a 16-4 advantage in second chance points. Just what were they able to do so effectively on the glass that was giving you all trouble during the game?
Well, they wanted the ball more than we did. I mean, there probably are some rotational rebounds that are hard for us to manage when they have such big bodies. Vonleh is obviously, that's a hard matchup if you don't have, someone of equal size to her. I'm sure there are some of those, and you're going to give up a few of those. But, the number of times I felt like we had the ball in our hands and it got taken away, the tips, the hustle plays that they made and saved it back into their guys. I mean, that's just an indication of a team that's a little more hungry, than you are. We've had that problem a little bit more in this year, and it's a concern of mine. Guards come from the perimeter, and we don't check them out and box them out. And I told the team, I mean, you get exposed now. You can get away with some things in non-conference, but you get exposed real fast as to what you aren't against athletes and length and bodies that this league produces and has. So, we got exposed tonight.
You play both these games shorthanded, missing your leading scorer, Charlie Sledger-Walker, go 0-2 this weekend. Just what's going to be the focus coming out of this, and what's going to be the message to the team moving forward as you try to go ahead, move past this weekend, get ready for the Huskies next weekend, and just for the rest of the Pac-12 play moving forward?
Well, when Charlie gets back into our gets back, and that's yet to be decided and determined, but she can't be the savior. Like, this isn't something that, I know that could be part of our problem. We think it'll all fix itself, but our problems are still our problems. Our individual tendencies, our lack of growing as a player, our lack of competitiveness, our lack of, honestly, respect for the game and what it required today. We didn't come with what the game requires. And, a player coming back doesn't fix that. The players in that locker room have to fix that. The individual player has to fix that. And clearly, I, as a coach, have to try to fix that and get us a little bit more on edge and have a little bit more urgency than we played with tonight. And I think, that's a hard thing to duplicate. I'm not saying it's an easy task, but clearly teams do it, and Colorado did it. And so we didn't, and it's unfortunate to be at home and have a performance like this. And so we've got to try to get back in the gym this week and fix some real glaring weaknesses we have.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time. We'll talk to you next week before the game against the Huskies. Until then, go Cougs.
Thanks. Go Cougs.